Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Truth Seekers Mastermind Alliance. Simmer down. All right. We are here live and direct if you're watching this on YouTube, as we are currently recording this because we are going to move into more video content for you all, you
And-
lovely familiar.
Yeah,
So you
don't mind
part of
the
it.
mundaneness
So you can
of where we
see
are.
how silly we be acting sometimes.
It's a different corridor of different offices and stuff we're using in the office space, but right now it's more of a input room. So we're gonna test it out. Okay, we don't have the rest of, but that right there looks phenomenal. That's what Mr. HVH here, Mr.
I gotta
Extra
get in the back,
and this is Lex Effect. And a lot of people don't like being on video. I don't mind it, but we're still getting used to it. At least I am for sure. So yeah, we're gonna start this off with, if you're new here, thank you for tuning on. If you haven't been with us, well, please, we hope you stay. And all those who have been for the long journey, thank you. And we appreciate your listening and your downloads and so forth, and the spikes that you always give from all over the world to Dublin. Right now, we just saw Montana, Kentucky, Arkansas. Like the spikes are everywhere when it comes down to it. France, we hear you. Canada, Angie, got you. Different ones. He wants to throw some shade in there, but we're here. And to me, this means even more because it's not about the environment of what I was saying previously, right? So my little go clips. It's not about the environment. It's not about the hairstyles, all that. We all care subconsciously what we look like. It's about what you hear and what you're getting from it. So if you want to step back, put it in your ears, a little, still drop. But if you want a physical kind of connection, we're here for that too. But if you want to just step back and hear a message or hear the message that will speak from God, hopefully through us and to you.
Amen.
All right, so let's get into this. Boom, boom, boom. Truth Seekers Mastermind Alliance. Hashtag RBC. Hope you like my glasses.
We actually had a couple videos already posted up to the YouTube that was Truth Seekers Mastermind Alliance, and I think one of the first ones we had was the Ugly Duckling. Actually, the Ugly Duckling. Do you remember that one? That was some of the first ones. But we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna start being consistent with it. Make sure we can set up our own room to where it'll be more frequent in the recordings and align it with the postings that we originally do on the RSS feed.
Well, I want to
Whatever
add that
platform that you're listening to this on is going to release on the same time, same date as we do on YouTube.
Some might jumble up a little bit different, but there's always excuses that are relevant and some that are irrelevant. Now, I know a lot of you are tuning in, waiting for more episodes of hashtag My Heart Reset Journey. And once again, I am not near a year of post-op of surgery, still learning to sit, stand, walk. You've seen it. And a lot of things that are going on. So it's not like we just break up because we're like, oh, we forgot about our audiences. I don't want that in your minds at all. It's about life happening, Diablo or the devil trying to throw roadblocks and bowling balls and us stumbling and getting back up through the grace of God and the will of God. So it's just that. So don't ever feel, and I want to be clear. It's never let's just go chill and think about them again. It's not that. So whatever we have out there, hopefully it's forever content. And if you're watching this right now and it's 50 or 60 or 75 years from now, we're not here. Hey, I am happy that I got a chance to see you in your lifetime virtually. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the rollout of our episode is the conversation that we started by.
It's spiritual parasites is what we're going to go based off of. And this isn't just humans, this isn't relationships, this isn't entities, because there are certain suppressive spirits. That's one thing we do want to make very clear. There are certain suppressive spirits that try to take over our life and makes us feel lethargic or depressed, or makes us almost lose our passion for the purpose that we're on, right? And it's not just that, okay, but we're also going to talk about the self-thoughts that we have within our mind on a day-to-day basis of patterns that we just want to break. Okay, patterns that we really, truly need to get rid of. And we don't even realize it most of the time that these thoughts are coming into our heads, but we have to be conscious of it so that we can catch them. Because those are real detrimental to the will and purpose that God placed for us to have in our life. So, lastly, it's also going to be about relationships, because there are some relationships where people come in your life and that is what they do. They drain you. They will put place there and put there to drain you.
Mm.
So it's going to be really all around
Well, we have
around
an
the
example.
conversation, and we do
Now,
have a couple stories for
this
you.
person might be listening or whatever it might be. Although Mrs. OJ, we'll just say it backwards. In context, but this person, she came in by sleight of hand, for an exchange of some things, and she got blessed up either way. And one of her conversations was, "Well, I can pay you back any way I can, except giving it out there." Let's put it that way. So the only thing that came to my mind was, "Hey, get closer to God. That's what you can do." Over the course of time, over the next several weeks, it became an exchange and a barrage of, "Can I have this? Do you have this?" And if you relate with me where I'm coming from, you understand where it's coming from. Do you have this? Can you pick me up? I can't get any groceries? And I get it. A lot of things happen for people and they really do need help. But if you don't know, I mean, I get if you're coming to even if you're going to a rescue mission house, it shouldn't be, "Hey, do you got some bread? Do you have it?" That would be more susceptible to organizations that deal with that. But to a person that you're meeting,
That replaced in that position before that.
yeah, absolutely. And it's like, I don't need another friend. Okay. And I let people know that, like, well, what do you mean by that? I don't need another friend. All right. As Alexis T, I don't know if you introduced myself again. I don't need another friend to come in. I really don't have time for friends. I'm what do you call it? An interextrovert kind of thing. I go into my energy, I come out. I would maintain a friendship, but it's like my time is so dedicated to people once they're in my life. I can't just give you 10%, 20. I have to give you the whole 100. And that's why I have to back myself off because then it'll come, well, not purposely, but it'll be you're my attention. And it's like, okay, well, let me make sure I'm there for them because I know how it feels. But then I'm forgetting A, B, C, D. So God could basically telling me, hey, you've been spending so much time on these 25. I get you, but I got 25 million. And these 25, I already know how 24 of them are going to act. Maybe one will show their gratefulness. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you just dropped them off to do what you wanted to do.
Mm.
Not because I told you to. But long story short, to short story long, she became one of those parasites. One minute they want to, and this is in relation to your life too. Oh, I really want to get into the Bible. Watch out for those. Oh, I really want to get into this, and I'm trying, but I didn't. But she needed a counselor, a grocery store clerk, a social worker, a babysitter, a housing department, a car factory. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It was like that quick. You're like, no, no, no relation to knowing. It's just like, okay. I'm like, well, we have a partnership going on, so it's like, okay. We even gave her a couple $100 minimum of just brand new items to like get herself started with her. I'll just say out there, fourth pregnancy. And I'm like, well, he didn't learn with the other three that went to shambles. Okay, people make mistakes. And eventually, one of my dearest people to my heart, they had to step in and say, hey, push the brakes. You're becoming a charity case. You're obnoxious. You know who that
All
person
right,
is.
put it simply, I went and I had to pull a Peter and was it Peter and Paul, I want to say.
Yeah. I mean,
So no, it wasn't. It was Paul and Anais, I think. Anais. It
mm,
might have been Anais. I can't remember. But it was in the book of Acts. So if you remember that portion of the history that we know for Paul
mm.
and the book of Acts, there was where they
I'm
had
looking into the
gone
camera.
and they had gone and they were over here preaching the word of God, right?
Mm,
And there was a little girl, some woman, and she was a slave woman, and she had certain spirits that were attached to her, and so she could read and tell people's fortunes through that connection of those spirits. And through those connections, she was also able to go and see who they were. She could tell who they were because of that connection with the spirits. Now, that is a conversation that we can have all by itself of how people do have certain knowing and power
mm,
through things outside of God, outside of the one true God, right?
yeah.
But that's not the conversation here. The conversation is the fact that she went, she knew who they were, and she would follow them and basically be yelling, "Oh, these people are here for the king, for the one true God," and just constantly yelling at that. And so, what it would do, it didn't say this directly, but what it would do is it would put people off so they couldn't even go to get to where they needed to be. So Paul was like, enough is enough. I got irritated with this lady, turned around, rebuked her. Those spirits left her. She no longer had that connection with them. And basically, they incarcerated Paul and the other guy. I can't remember his name.
They should get that chapter up.
Yeah, they incarcerated them because the slave owner, the one that owned that lady, the one that had that she owed the debt to, essentially went and said, "Hey, well, I can't make money no more. They messed up my business." And so that was kind of a situation that was happening here because I had to go and, hey, you know what? This is enough. Enough is enough. Let's stop it here because I didn't, and I didn't mean it in any type of way. I didn't mean it in any type of negative connotation. I was like, hey,
It was a double
this one, because I'm every time I heard her name, uh, there was always a situation or circumstance of her needing something, no matter how minute it was, even if it was a haircut. It was a problem that would come and take over half of the day for wonderful Alexis T here. So her, so loving and giving, was trying to come up with solutions and situations and dedicating that time to even try to come up with those solutions.
Didn't even realize
was
it was being taken away. That's how elusive that the parasites can be. In your system, you're thinking, "Oh, I just got a little tummy ache. It's okay. I got a little, runniness," and all of a sudden, it's a full blown issue. The same thing that happened for me in the hospital. Oh, it's just a little teeny lump. Oh, it's just okay. Now it's the size of a golf ball. It'll go away. And lo and behold, almost barely making it to the ER. It didn't go away. I mean, God blessed it, but oof.
Oh, it was very deceptive. It was very deceptive because she was trying to go and basically say, "Hey, you know what? I want to know God. I want to be more like God. I want to read my Bible. I want to get to
It
know."
was almost like we call that? I was like, oh, well, let me lather it on. Like a relationship standing. Oh, baby, I love you. I want to be there for you. Well, you just drained my account. I know, but I really got to invest in this thing. I think there was a movie called Matrimony. No, it was with Taraji P. Henson. It was one of Tyler Perry. I forgot what. Remember it was? She was married to that guy. She gave all her life to him. And basically, he took forever. He was swindling her on. But then eventually his invention worked. And then he got paid. Yeah, it was but at the end of the time, oh, well, he did love her. He did offer her 10 million. But it's just the whole point, like where she felt like, man, you took a whole 20 years of my life and me getting beat down, losing the point of having kids, all this other stuff for that. It's almost like that. Just hold on, just giving them breadcrumbs. I'm starving. Here you go. Here's a slice. Just keeping you going. And for her, I'm like, I told her before, I don't need anyone to hear me. I don't like someone to come in and say, oh, can I hear from you? I get really like, you know, I'm like, well, I hope you don't think I need your attention. I could talk with God all day. That's what I tell people. I'm like, I can speak with God. I can write down notes. I can have fun. I would have fun writing children's books and novels all day. I don't care. I'm like, I just really, it's a good thing. And people, let me just break it down, just in case other people are doing this stuff in the corridor. Echoing here. But ultimately, it does break down to that. And she was trying to grapple on, even suck him in by, hey, can I get a hug? What's he up to? Can he come give me a ride? And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, is it a what would Jesus do moment? Yes, it could be a what would Jesus do moment, but Jesus is not be a fool. Now, people want to say Jesus all the time, but they make Jesus out to be this, no offense, feminine rollover type person. Okay, all right, my child. But it's like if Christ was like that, Christ would have never went to the cross.
Well, that's where we got to look at it too, because it does say very, very distinctly, Christ came to serve, not to be served. He stepped down from his throne to serve and not to be served.
Serving
But
his purpose.
the serving comes from doing your purpose. That's the greatest way you can serve the world. So if you're over here doing little things and serving, it doesn't matter. You're not doing much of anything, because even like that one girl, whenever he visited that woman's house, and that one girl was over here running around trying to do this and that and try to even get her sister. She's like, hey, Christ, tell her to do something with me. He's like, you're doing all of this for nothing. He's like, I'm Christ. you could be splendoring this moment right here with me.
Mhm.
So there's a season for everything, and there's a direction for everything, and there's certain paths that we have to take. And serving doesn't have to be in the minute ways of making sure that everything in every solution that comes in your life needs to be solved.
Yeah, that's true.
There
Yeah.
are absolutely, it would be unfaithful for you to go and if someone comes and knocks on your door, says, "Hey, you know what? I want food. I'm hungry. Do you have something you could spare?" You just pray for him. Have faith, brother. Here you go. All right, go about your way. Instead of giving him food, yeah, that's different. But whenever it's someone that's attaching to you and
Hmm.
following you, because even Christ didn't let those people follow him after he performed the miracles on them.
That's true. That attaching,
It
and
is.
that
It is an
parasite
attack.
grows stronger and stronger as it makes you weaker and weaker. And I thought, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's where discernment comes in place. So that's where you need somebody else that you could take your walk with. We really can't do this alone. Of course, we always have Christ, we always have God, but having someone that can be there to actually assess what's going on in your life and you assess what's going on in theirs so y'all can go and walk towards your goal together. That's one of the biggest blessings you can have.
Yeah, be careful for those people though, because even though I can get a blessing to have someone that's blessed, I'm not saying who you are, may get someone who can come in, as they say, wolf in sheep's clothing. So it might be, just be careful for if it's designed to go their way of what they want instead of the overall vision of and always see what their relationship is with God. Not a self-righteousness, but a point of understanding the righteousness and the cleanliness that God will put upon them. But to the point of where it's not like, hey, I'm the glorious one, we're going to do it this way, but having their ideas and their concepts. Me, I try to check, I don't, I'm not ego, I'm more like the overconfident step, but at the same time, no one has had the battle that any of us have went through. No one has had that moment, and I hope I'm looking at the camera of what it takes to be where you are, and you don't. Like you said, I want that life, but do you want what that person went through to get there? You weren't strong enough to deal with that, but you're strong enough to deal with what you're going through. And there's no comparison scale, but at the same time, it's been really heavy. I'm happy because usually I would be like, no, and I was for him. I'm like, no, don't do that. Let's just leave it alone. Maybe she'll calm down. But then it was, hey, my landlord's gonna kick me out. Hey, I need this. And I'm like, and I thought, man, I'm losing my peace. I haven't even gained it yet. Dealing with family issues, dealing with life, getting our finances, everything that's been invested, everything. And I'm thinking, man, wow, now I'm serving. But this is not my purpose to serve a single person that was sent by Belial because nothing of God would come that way. Now, if she needed a checking was cool, she took it completely offensive. I get some things, but she was more like, oh, the jig is up. I got caught up. He pointed me out, so it's over now. I was like looking at that. If she would have said, you know what, I was too much. It's okay. I'm sorry I did that. Can we start over? Or I'll be better at it. I didn't realize
Oh, and
that.
that's exactly what I was looking for. I wasn't looking to go and basically, boom, you're XYZ, get out of here.
Oh no,
I
that's
was
what I'm saying. His was even, hey, I'm not trying to attack you, but like, hey, have you looked in the mirror lately and just look at the references of what's going on? And I get defenses coming there, but it still wasn't a reverberation. I didn't give her a chance either. I'm like, well, it just shows the truth was out there. And they're hoping, oh, I hope this person is step in the way. And from your life, I don't know where you are, what you're dealing with, but please make sure you're not holding that down. Because it can feel like you're Captain Save-A-Ho. Let's be real about it. Captain Save them, though. Well, I'm really doing good for one person. If that's what you want in your book, remember that it doesn't mean just because you wrote it down doesn't mean God did. Okay? So you're I'm in my book of life, my good deeds. Is that what you're writing down? And it doesn't mean you see someone on the side, and we can't even help someone on the side of the highway now because we are like, oh, they're going to stab us, hurt our kids, especially if you have a family or you're a single woman. I get it. Men get attacked too. You're like, man, and that person could be like, God, please have someone stop on the side of the road. They could genuinely be, but the devil's so much confusion, our minds don't even think, man, that person's about to have a heart attack. I should help them. But the fear that's been placed in me, I'm not helping them now. I'm not saying not to be cautious, not to be, okay, don't just use common sense. I don't want to hear a story of someone pulled over and listen to this episode and something happened. I'm just saying, go to, sorry. If you want a disclaimer, go to spiritandmindelevation.com. Okay, just spiritandmindelevation.com. Just the terms, all that stuff. Just get that together. So legal jargon's out the way. I'm happy that she's out. I didn't have anything to miss. See, I'm cool on people who want to be disappearing and coming there, but ultimately, I'm happy that I also allowed Heck versus Hell here to step in because typically in me, I'd be like, oh, no. And I was thinking, I said, this has to be from God because what am I going to say to him later? Hey, I tried to stop it, but you were too heavy. Then I'm like, man, all this time, you still haven't learned, even though you were facing death again. Now, these are the times I know God helped me at least 50 times escape death and come over. God could have a book of 500 times I didn't know about. So I'm sitting here like, man, now that I have this journey, now I got to get my body together, my weight, my health, everything, and get ready for motherhood in the future, apart from the Lex that serves God's voice and only that. I have to stop looking at every charity case that comes in my way. It's not right. It is actually, I do believe it's a form of blasphemy and a different way to deny the God in me because God is omnipresent. And for me, I still learned that, but I still didn't like detach. I'm like, well, there's something I can help her with. Maybe I didn't give enough, but he was used by God. And I allowed myself to say, it felt lighter ever since he did that. And I'm so happy. I'm doing what Gordon Ramsay does.
Well, I mean, that's exactly why we're here too. That's exactly why we are sharing this with you because so many people want to be very forgiving. So to the point where they become a doormat.
Yeah.
They still tolerate certain things that are not godly, that Christ himself wouldn't tolerate. They make it to the point, like you said, Christ is a sissy, essentially, but that's not the real Christ.
That's true, though. That's what they make it seem like.
It's not even close because even whenever it came to God and telling Joshua to go take out the kingdoms, 10 kingdoms, that's crazy work, King Hezekiah, go and pray this, and I'll send the spirit of infirmity to take out all the people around you that are surrounding your camp. David they even made songs about him, hundreds of thousands. So God is not a soft God.
No.
He is not someone you could just go and roll over to or use as a doormat. And so many people think just because he is merciful, don't take that kindness for weakness. Don't mistake that kindness for weakness. We are not called to do so, and we're not God. We are not the all-powerful source of being. We are an expression of God. And we do have certain things. There's going to be some of these things that maybe you don't agree with out of the way. Maybe you're like, hey, you know what? I'm an eyeball. You guys are pinky toes or something. I don't know.
And I know what the oracle is.
But
let's be real.
It's
boom.
We're all expressions of God in one way or another. David was a ferocious expression of God, yet still all loving in what he did. Obviously he had that little hiccup at the end of his life.
But you think though, why are the names it? Like when we think about people, even if we don't like, let's say for example, Lady Gaga, whoever it might be, they still made a name for themselves where the world remembers it. Yeah. Where if even people we hear like, hey, this person died at 87, you're like, ooh. But they still made a name to where it's still remembered, regardless of what the news media will do or not. There's still something when you hear Maya Angelou, it resonates. Okay, it's different things and different highlights that you see quotes from certain people. It's because they made a ripple effect in there. And when you have spiritual parasites, emotional parasites, even if you don't, you can have a completely independent person in your life, and that one outlet is, oh, I'm just going through this. I'm going through that. Oh, I'm so. And speaking from personal revelations, that's even mothers, fathers, everybody can be. It's just there can be one parasite that just leeches off of that. Oh, well, Lex, what if it's not spiritual? Heck, what if it's not this? Well, it's something. Even if it's, hey, can you buy me lunch every day at work, or someone eating off your plate constantly? Who never says, hey, bro, I bought a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for you.
Well, on the back end, you're over here struggling with your own financial issues.
Yeah, that's true. And for me, I'm like, you know what? Just here's my little cup of tea because I'm gonna have so many downloads for you at this point. I hope that you're enjoying the message itself, not just the messengers or where the message is at, which is pretty good because some people just sit in their car just chilling with a little camera, which I might do actually for a TSMA. But I just want to say for me, oh, you want to say something before I was going to give a little tip factor. But
well, I was going to say too. I mean,
off the dome.
Whenever it does come So that because I've had those relationships too, but and especially with family, because it could be family too. It could be parasites that come from a direct bloodline
Oh
of
yeah.
what you are, but it's the fear, and this is how you know it's not of God. This is how you know that it's something that needs to be addressed because you don't set boundaries of as a fear that you are going to lose somebody out in your life. And if they're genuinely there for you, and for the purpose and mission that you're on, they will stick it through. Now, that's not saying some people won't go and try to stay and weasel their way by staying in that position and finding a way to keep taking an inch until it becomes a mile. But setting those boundaries is super important.
Hmm.
It's what you will and won't tolerate.
Yeah.
Because even Christ, he didn't tolerate certain things in his presence.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he definitely didn't tolerate demons, and we understand that through the fruits that these people bear,
Yeah.
they have those spirits attached to them. So if you are allowing those people to be in your life or even in your vicinity, you are tolerating demons, and that is something that Christ did.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, being afraid of losing love.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different if it's in your mind to where you might feel like, oh, that's just something I always felt. But if
Mhm.
that person is reassuring you, not to the point of dependency where you're weighing them down. Do you love me? Do you love me? That was cute, that little video. You love me? You love me? It's like, it's from a child perspective. But it's like, at that point right there, it's like, well, hey, if you don't give me $20 tomorrow, I might not just call you.
Mhm.
If you don't get me right to the store, they ghost you. And it's kind of like, what? And then all of a sudden, when you're playing their tune. Now, unfortunately, I've dealt with certain manipulations from, I just have to separate that from my adopted mother and my real mother. I would say rich mom, poor mom. Okay? Same, same person. Richness and what God gave her in the spirit, but poorness when it came down to the emotional and other counterparts that have. So it sucks, but it's still good on the cusp. I look at that where it's like, hey, and it wasn't like that. I mean, she would still love me if I had 2 grains of sand in my hand, but it's just the feeling of what they make you feel like in the process. I never wanted to be looked at as a go-to hub. I always wanted to prepare myself to be there for people who couldn't be there for themselves because I felt like I never had that. But I didn't want it to be to the point where dependency happened, like the certain individual we were speaking about, where it was just like, man, well, I don't get a conversation out of you. I don't get that. That's not the point. Oh, you can help her, Lex. It's not the point. The point is, I can't come to you and say, "Oh, girl, I have a headache," or what? Oh, well, here, take some lemon and water, or hey, how you doing today? Hey, I made. She did invite us to have some leftovers from her little soiree with her daughter, supposedly. But I'm like, well, you're telling me after the fact of 100 people, or at least 10, 15 people slobbered over the pot. Don't call me. Okay? Call me when it's set on the table. Don't call me after everybody put the plates up. Don't do that. I'm just at this point right now. I look at that. So here's a tip for it. If you can, now, obviously you have obligations. If it's your child or someone sick and they can't take care of themselves, don't just walk away. But here's what I say, and I'm taking this for measurement. I made a call last night to speak with, I was gonna say my right hand, Angela get mad, my right hand, and say, hey, should I go for a while, take a break, disappear? And I thought that, and I'm like, man, but the revelation I got, and I was speaking to God, doesn't matter if you're in the bathroom or not, okay? I'm just saying, I had to pause in the bathroom and say, Lord, what would you have me do? From the things I keep getting confronted with and the heaviness of it, I realize it is a nature of spiritual parasites that are getting more aggressive, even with family, because it feels me getting better. So when it feels me getting better, it's like, oh, gotta make her sicker. Let me feed off something else. And I'm like, why would I want to take 3 days of getting some of these toxins out of my system and leave room? Like God says, when He gets the demons out of the area, they look for a place to go and they have nowhere to go. So when they come back, they make it 10 times worse with more friends. And that's where I'm at right now. And I'm like, why? Okay. So if you need to and you really feel like that, go do it for a day or two. But don't focus on let me just chill and come back. Focus on the whole chill so I don't have to deal with coming back around. Because unless I change the place where the environment needs to change, it'll never change in me. It's not just inner. Sometimes it has a lot to do with that. You notice you go to a workplace and you're sitting there chilling and you're like, okay, this is cool. But there's something off about you. Like, I don't know. I just had to quit that job. There was something about it. It's not just people. It could be even that, or a store you go to. You're like, I don't like the vibe. Friendly people, whatever. It's just something. It's some energy that you feel, and that's a voice speaking to you. And what happens when you leave that place? Somebody shot it up next week.
Oh,
You
it's
know?
biblical though. It's biblical, and the thing is it was designed so that we wouldn't stay in a single place
Oh yeah,
because a prophet will not have peace in his home. And so if
my
you
man.
stay where your home is,
Pretty
you
clap your
will
hands.
have peace
Clap
there.
it. I know you clap it. Clap it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is Zoom, by the way. So if anything's up with the video, that's on them. They charge me. They charge us enough. But that is true. A prophet will not have PT. Look, we're capping. We're capping. Man, I mean, wait, what? It hit real hard.
Yeah.
I mean, like at that point, it did. And I'm like, I almost feel like the lion in me is like, you're not gonna make me sit there and tuck my tail. But then I'm like, respect, reverence, life itself. And I'm like, okay, here's this attitude. But I'm like, I've come too far to be treated like that. I didn't do anything to deserve that. I don't do what I do to get favor. I do it because I love you. But then I'm thinking, why don't they see how sick they sound or how they are? Or when I come around, it's like the moment I leave, my stomach's like tense. And I'm like, composure, chill. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, the peace of God is in my head. I'm speaking to God from the moment I close my eyes to when I wake up. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the breath. Thank you for what you've given me. Okay, Lord, what should we do today, Lord? Can you please keep my line? Man, I can't wait to go to, I just want to see the kingdom of heaven so bad. That's all I can do. So I'm like, to bring a life force in that world, it'll be God within me and then around me, and then it'll be the life force in my belly, like kicking, like, hey, I hear you, you know? So I'm like, okay. Then I find myself eating unhealthy foods. And I realized those also have a component. So a lot of us would think, oh, it's just the gimmicks and soliciting. Not so. Because when I was on that journey away from that to a good distance, I remember all I could breathe in, even from the hospital after I came renewed, everything fresh. They gave me berries, Greek yogurt, different ones was just reviving my system. And slowly and slowly and slowly, as I got to the environment, it was just to the point where it's just junk, 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 following the same pattern as that. And I'm like, okay, who cares? I didn't care. So I would say release it, test it. If that person or people or circumstance in your life, and it's only for that matter, even if you're at a company, if you, hey, I need to have 4 or 5 days off, I'm not saying lose your job or quit it, but test different areas of your life if it's when it's to the point where you can, not convenient or comfortable. But even for that person, man, if I used to think that too, man, if I cut even platonic relationships, it had me in the beginning thinking, man, if I didn't Western Union them $100, what would have happened? And I'm like, I don't need them. Oh, they think I do. So I'm like, oh, I don't have it right now. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. I'll just ask my mom or something. Yeah, yeah, they always have my back. It's just this guilt trip. And I'm like,
Mm,
oh, I got it. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool. And then all of a sudden it would be like this pattern of phone calls would just kind of die down. I'm like, oh, sorry, I went to sleep early. And I'm thinking, this raggedy bastard. I really did. I was like, don't they understand that I'm not a touch woman anyway? That's why I was thinking, like, you don't understand. You have nothing for me to miss. You have nothing for me to miss at all. Because if I can't even have a decent conversation with you, if I can't even trust you, and if you have to look 20 different ways for someone who ain't even looking at you, you got a problem. Because if you think someone else who looks 10,000 times whatever can get whatever they need, just imagine what I can do. So I'm just, just saying, if I was petty like that, that would have happened. So just test it, see what it is, and ask yourself, write down in a notebook if you have to, what are the benefits of me in their life that I see, not pompous, but what is this person constantly seeking from me? What am I getting in return from this? If it's clarity and you're working on something and you need that from them, absolutely. But also don't be afraid to let them know in a loving manner. Hey, like for me, I was telling her in different ways, like, hey, pump the brakes, stay positive, stop always being negative. But I'm like, I was pissed.
write it down for yourself too. What are your conditions of being in that relationship
Or situationship.
or
Well, because
situation?
I was asking myself at the same time, I was like, why am I doing this? You have to slap yourself sometimes, like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm like, why am I here? I'm like, oh, don't be like that. Don't hold it back. I'm like, I didn't even want, but here's the thing, I didn't even give her my real number. That's how I knew her.
That's that moment of consciousness.
For the moment I met her, though,
Hmm.
it was pushed upon me in certain ways. But I didn't give her my real number because I'm like, let me test this out. Then I'm like, she's like, oh, can I come to your house for dinner? No. Can we meet? No. And I'm like, not something. The Holy Spirit told me, look, this is one that just ain't going to be around too long. And I thought maybe I was being biased. I'm like, no, no. But that's one thing too. If you're one of those really over the top giving people, lack of self, you'll always attract to those, like you said, the moth to a flame. You'll always, and one goes, another one will come. One goes. Before it was a lot of men, like different people. Hey, what's up? Can I contact man? Can I take a date? Can you talk to my mom? I really want to have a woman like your mom. And if it's not them, no, the Diablo says, let me bring in the female. They know, see, the devil knows your weak spots. He's not dumb. And people say, oh, the Lord. Yes, the Lord is always the victory. The Lord is the holder. But the devil's not dumb. And he still reigns for his time now. God gave him that permission.
Oh, he gave him the title of being God of this world.
Yes, and Job went through it. Okay, I'm just saying we can look at all that stuff. He was down for a minute. So at the end of the day, we have to look at the fact where people are just like, oh well, God will bring me through it. Yes, but God might bring you 25 years from now. But if you don't learn your lesson, you only could be around for 19 years. I just look at that and I'm thinking, you have to have a cap. You have to stop. You have to remember soul suckers from that old past episode I had, and soul, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical parasites. There's some men, I have a lot of females that I've mentored before, talked to. They just come by. Now some of these men just want to give them a drink, and they'll sex them down. Okay, be careful if you're 18 and under. I know people come 13 in different ages, but it's the truth. You guys are getting to your puberty now. They will come and just literally run through these women and men. Okay? Men the same. They kind of, I don't know what's going on. Especially these women. I don't have, my body's torn up. These men are ripping me up 8 or 9 dates a month. Yes, 8, and you might be 10 or 15 men or one woman a month. Stop the cycle. Okay, because you could also be a parasite to that. You could also be going through that. Okay, well, I'm just trying to find love, I hear. And yes, but if your pattern, like people say, come out with me in the past, come out to drink. You worked all day, you've been here all day. Come, if you're getting 2 DUIs, 3 DUIs, back-to-back infections, problems going on, back on your bill, going to court, what example is that for me to go hang out with you? If you're getting in car accidents, you're having, your conversation hasn't changed. Now you come to someone guaranteed to tell them, I'm going to this park every day and I'm getting more clarity. I'm starting a business. I'm helping more people. Oh, really? Oh, or I'm doing the mission. I feel so good out there. I'm helping animals. I'm helping the environment. Oh, can I come with you sometime? Oh, that sounds good. But if you hear that, that means there's a foul spirit around you too. Because someone, come on, have a good time. Well, oh, I got you. So tell me, what are some benefits of that? Oh, well, I get my makeup on. I meet new dudes. But every weekend you talk about you broke before your check comes because you spent $300 going on getting your nails done, pretending you got it. Okay. What else did you get? Oh, I got chlamydia and gonorrhea last week, and me and my girl. And literally, this is the truth. They have an app with her friends. Sorry to put you out there, but they have an app with 6 of her friends, 5 or 6. I said, hey, don't sleep with such and such. 'Cause I got gonorrhea from them last week. Oh, you did? Well, I got in trouble with chlamydia with this dude. So be careful when you sleep with him because I saw you out with him last week. Now, it's cool to a point, but it's sick where they're just literally promoting that over and over. And then, oh, I'm on another date. And it was like a flex for them. If I look a certain way, if I'm that thought that's not thought about, right? That hole over there. Or if I look like a vixen wannabe, doesn't matter what size, shape, or height you are. If I look the part, I can play the part, but I never get the part that I really want.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, at the end, some of them got married, and some of them just went on that journey. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
I know I took over the mic a little bit,
No, absolutely. 'Cause,
but
I mean, everything is breeding grounds.
yeah,
Is always how you have to look at it. Every single thing is breeding grounds, and for a situation like that, that is an infectious, disease-ridden breeding grounds. But if you're over here planting seeds
that's what you just
of
disclosed. Yeah.
love and gratitude and help and the gospel of Christ, you're planting seeds that are going to bear fruit in a holy and righteous way. So everything is breeding grounds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's like a seed that's planted. And I just saw that, and eventually, I I was gonna stand my ground anyway. I mean, I did think maybe I can go to the movies. I did go to the movies with everybody as a group one time, but it was a little scary going in the car with, I guess, people you don't really know outside of work like that. But that going out to dinner, like one time when everybody went, always with a group of us, it was okay. But I looked at that, I'm like, every time I saw them sitting at their desk, they were just like this. Oh, I'm just wondering what I'm gonna wear in my hair. I'm like, if you keep going on that way, that's fine. But now, especially one of them, okay, I'll just say Miss Shawnee right now. She has, I think, on her second child. She has a relationship. Maybe she settled up or settled down, but she found a man that knew her past and still accepted her. And they have a wonderful son and hopefully more. And she's the happiest I've ever seen her before. We had some good times, but for me, it's like, oh, well, what is it, Lex? I find a husband said, no, it's not about that. Your marriage to God has to be first. Now, no matter what her relationship was, it still is a God form to get that life sickening out of you. Find the man you're with and be faithful. Get married, have a child. That's still the form of what original plan is for us. So either way, it's still the will of God. That she looks 10,000 times more happier with her baby boy and him and smiling, a deep smile you can't just fake, versus her just sitting there with her friends looking so miserable and drunk in the camera on her post. To me, I would rather have that any day of the week. You can call me a lame, you can call me whatever. My mind is so busy getting carried away with God's message. Now, here's yours. Is your message being delivered? Is that story being given? Is that hug being given? Is that offering being given? Whatever it might be, is your message where it should be? Or have you kept it distracted? A lot of times I thought being, well, not really a busy idiot, but I didn't realize I was looking like one. So I was like, I don't want to be a busy idiot, always looking like I'm busy. So I never have time for this. I'm like, no, I really wanted to sit down and get my feet rubbed. I really wanted to sit down and have a pina colada, minus the alcohol. It doesn't matter to me. I was just like, no, I really want to chill, but I have so many things that God's putting in my head. How can I? And I realized it has to be distributed, right? It has to be calibrated, it has to be given out and dispersed. And that's what I'm working on now. And as exhausted as I am, as big as my ankles are right now, and different things going on, yes, it's more TLC that's needed. But at the same time, I'd rather live full and die empty. And I would rather do what I'm supposed to do instead of sitting back pretending that I'm doing what I think I'm supposed to do as the I am, right? Either way, that's what I want to say. We're gonna have more. I'm not closing this out, but if we are, we are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I want to say that we're gonna have downloads going on. So depending on when this video goes out, you will have free download to go on, check it out. Do sign up for the email list that we have available. We're just not one of those fiery people. Fire sign. To be filling you up. We're only going to notify you when you need to be notified. It's an optional way for you to see things going on, whatever else, even just a video we post up, because that's the mission, is to have us email you, hey, come on over, check out the video we have, and get some goodies again, or sign up for it. And you can go to www.realdoubledosechannel.com right now and go down to the page that says Story Two Blessings and get that going on as well if you want, or sign up for our vacation shout out giveaways, which I think we actually have 12 shout outs right now, according to our Miss Tangela. So we do have to roll out. So I hope you're going to be tuning in, or you'll be notified by email for that. But this is Lexus T, origination of hashtag RDDC, coming on here with True Seekers Mastermind. Yeah, look at his wonderful art. True Seekers Mastermind Alliance. Look at that. I love it.
So there's a little janky, but is there?
Hey, that we had to do. So, you want to give our wonderful families and everybody else their last salt shaker right
Yeah,
now?
I hope y'all have a
And
blessed
sugar.
one. I hope you see those conditions and weigh them out for
Yeah.
yourselves within your life, within your relationships, within your situationships, within anybody that's a part of your family. No matter if they are friendship, family, people you're learning from, people you're teaching,
Preach.
anything, weigh out the conditions.
Yeah. I don't even know if we can say hashtag spiritual parasites, but hashtag get the parasites out.
All right. I love you all. I hope you have a blessed one. And as always, we will catch you
On the flip side. And also remember to be the change, feel the passion, embrace the power of the spirit that's calling to you, working through you, and always remember who you are within Christ. Remember that you are a part of the I am that I am, because God said that you are. Okay. All right. We'll talk to you soon. TSMA. Next one's coming in.